So before the video starts, I kind of want to preface my thoughts on this particular Slug set. When I started these, I didn't really know what I expected them to do, and honestly, I still don't know what's really going to happen. I do know that they're not going to penetrate anything. That doesn't stand a chance. But I also know if they hit something soft, I don't think it's going to have enough pressure to press in the titanium plunger and, let the goodies out. So I don't really know here. I think it'd be cool against some hard targets. Some of the, slugs exploding might be really neat, but I don't really know what's going to happen. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and just get started with this. Alright, so here we go again with another Slug. This one is going to be made out of mostly aluminum, but it is going to have a little bit of titanium in it. So first we got to get this aluminum down to size. Not quite sure how big these bars are. They're 18 mil or 19 mil, I don't remember. Let's find out. Maybe they're 20 mil. Survey says 19 mil. Alright, so we got a little bit to take off when we get down to 17.152 mil is optimal size for equates over to 0.675 inch. And if you can hear my dogs barking, just ignore them. Luckily I have my doors shut so they're not off annoying my neighbors. Alright, let's go ahead and just round this end off real quick, or flatten this end I should say. X0. Y0. Alright, let's take, I don't know, 0.3 of a mil off, see what that gets us. Oops. Whoa, lost a button apparently. Alright. .49. So that's, I'll probably take another 100 off, or another 0.1 of a mil off. So that was 800. Let's go 900. I see something's gumming that insert up. Hold on. That's why I wasn't cutting so pretty. Well, alright, well, maybe I'm just seeing things. Alright, so 0.9, let's see what we get. I'm gonna just take like 1/10 of a mil. If that was at 0.9, I'm going 9.1. We're getting super close now, and since it's going to be aluminum, I feel alright having it be a wee bit oversized. Let's see where we are at. for 152. I got 187, which if I don't work in standard units, my brain doesn't work that way. We're 676. So you know what? I'm gonna call that good enough. Alright, so I'm just gonna knock this edge off real quick. Alright, my morbid curiosity is going to get the better of me. I want these holes to have a flat bottom that I'm about to put in the center here. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we're going to learn together here. Oh, I got my fingers crossed that this isn't a bad idea. So this is a 5/16 in mill 4 flute, which in itself may be a bad idea. But here goes nothing. Oh, yep, horrible idea. Horrible, horrible, horrible idea. It does look nice, I just don't think the end mill is the best option here. Oh, that's a lot. This hole might be a little wallered out. Alright, let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, no, this ain't gonna work. Alrighty, alrighty. Alright, so let me lop this off. Alright, well, we're going to stop here. I'm going to get this all sorted out. I'll bring it back when we start the next one. Alright, so I just lopped off some amount, which was too much. But I just measured it, it's 13 mil deep. So now we're going to go back in, and on my tailstock, I'm going to put it on 10. So I need to go 7 mil. So I'm going to put it on 10 mil. Okay, so we're on 10 mil. Oops. There we go. And we're gonna go 7 mil from there. I know that it's gonna work. Three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. Let's see what we get. $19.996997. Good enough for me. Alright, cool. Now we know that hole is 9 mil. The outside diameter's 17.187 or something. Now we put on the tool that I've made. This is like a radius tool thing of there. Let me move this blower out of the way. What I kind of want to do here is kind of want to get it down to probably 10 mil on the OD or the lowest point of this radius, just because I'm wanting to fill the inside with, you know, something like hydraulic fluid or water and put titanium plugs in here, so when it hits something it presses in, and hopefully with the thin area there it kind of blows it out and allows the rest of this thing to just crush and displace energy. That's the hope and the thoughts, at least. Reality says, who knows? Alright, but this is the spot that I've chosen here, because it'll give me a couple mil on the base, I think. A little back. Yeah, screw it. We'll leave it right here. I'll measure it later. Alright, hopefully this will work. I've got you guys on the chip guard. It's sheet metal, so it might bounce around a little. Alright, let's see. Okay, I did get 14 mil, so let's go ahead and take some more off. But now I actually have to think about how stable is this going to be when being fired. Is it going to collapse because it's so thin? So maybe I'll round to whatever this measurement is, the closest to this measurement that I get moving forward. Alright, so give or take we are at 11.6, so 11.6, what is that? 2.6 mil, so 1.3 per side. That's pretty thin. That's pretty thin. I don't know. I think we'll just lock it off. And see what happens. I don't think I'll go that thin for the rest of these. I'll actually probably go 2 mil. Alright, and this is just going to shake you guys to death, so let me relocate you yet again. Okay, so this might actually be the better spot anyways. It's not in my way, but you can still see things. So, we got that edge there. It's zeroed on X. What I'm trying to have is like a 5 mil base. So I need to go 6.5 over, because this is a 1.5 mil width. I think it is. It's a new cutoff tool I'm trying. I don't have good luck with any of these, probably because there's no rigidity in this mill. Because, you know, Vivor. And I also just grinded this carbide insert down to try to help with a little bit of chip evacuation. So let me turn the air on. And there it is. It's pretty lightweight. Seems like it'll be strong enough. Got plenty of room in the base.
Yeah. Too bad the front doesn't look as nice, but prototype. First one. So I'm gonna make a billion more of these. So when I get to making the titanium part, I'll bring you guys back. Alright, had to refill my coolant. And now we're to the part that I'm not super excited on. That's GR5 titanium right there. So we're just gonna try to knock this down to probably 9.05 mil, and then I'm going to see if it fits in all of these, or if I'm going to have to make individual titanium plugs for each one, so they're kind of like a match set, because I really want a good interference, well, almost interference finish. Alright, let me... $675, we'll go $685. That's a good fit. All right, cool. Oh Lord, here goes nothing. Off to a good start. Alright, so welcome back to another day of what the hell am I doing with my life. So last night, got these done, got the little nubs cleaned off the back. Got all the little plungers done, at least I thought I was done last night, but then I started, midway through making them, I decided to start making them longer, because they just didn't seem like they went in far enough into those guys. So I started making them longer, but I've got 7 of the short ones, so I'm going to use what little bit of titanium I have left to make some longer ones, and we'll see how that gets me. But I'll bring you guys back when I'm doing the last one, then I'll show you how, I don't want to say perfected I got the process, but making these turned out to end up being really quick, even though it's titanium. Alright, so I am to the final one. And I definitely need to redo this DRO, because, what I had zeroed out definitely did not work on this last one. We'll see. I'll hold it up for the camera. It's good from my perspective, though. Focus. Focus. It doesn't want to, but no, it looks good. Let me grab the next one. Alright, so I rotated my little circle guy around. So
so he sits in straight, and we're gonna give these guys a bowl cut or something like that. What are we hitting? Okay. Look center. That looks center enough to me. Alrighty, here goes nothing. Alright, am I gonna have to keep going outside? Yep. I'm just trying to figure out how much is too much. I don't know, I like that. But I can't tell where it's at. Yeah, I like that. That'll work. Alright, so I bring you back with more shenanigans. These shenanigans, however, are gonna be something I've never done before. Well, let me take that back. Something I've never done before until just a minute ago when I tried it to see if it would work. Basically, I'm trying to polish these. Purely aesthetic reasons. I started off with blue compound. Just didn't seem aggressive enough for these, so I switched to a new felt pad with some brown compound, and this seems to work faster and looks good enough for me, so we're gonna go for this one. I got the lathe spinning backwards, counterclockwise, anti-clockwise. Well, no, it's actually clockwise, but backwards is what it's called. That way, because my little grinder, my little air grinder spins this way. Alright, so it's been about a week now since I started these. Had to rebuild my lathe, had a car I needed to work on. So basically where I'm at now is got the tops, got the slugs. I am just now going to start fitting the tops to the slugs and getting whatever ones have the best fit together to stay together. So basically each slug, each top, because I learned that my DRO was skipping steps and I was relying a lot on it to, that was actually not bad. Relying on it a lot for the sizes. Let me get you guys in a better spot.
Alright, so we got here stainless steel powder, my granulated titanium that I've used, some brass balls, and some stainless balls, and then I've got some other things down here. I'll show you that when we get to it. It's significantly lighter than I thought it would be, but let's pick our poison here. This one looks fun. I'm gonna fill this one with steel balls. Oh God, these are gonna end up everywhere. I can just feel it. A little more. Alright, what I forgot to grab was the mythical magical Loctite. And need the little bit of anaerobic adhesion promoter / curing goodness. Alright, so clean this. Okay, so that's clean. So some of that I'm going to actually spray on the titanium part, and then I'll put the Loctite itself in the hole. Ah, hell. Alright. Let that dry for a bit. And let me see about getting you guys in a better spot. I'll be right back. Alright, so I don't know anything about this stuff. I wanted clay, because I figured clay might be cool with color and stuff. This is air dry clay. It doesn't weigh anything. It's not like any clay that I've ever worked with. I thought I avoided this weird crap. I thought this one was a normal clay when I ordered it. But I guess it is what it is, what it is, what it is. Alright, so I've been dreading doing this next one just because it's going to make a mess, but what we got here is some Salsa Red Pearl Toyota paint. Alright, so for this one, have a real sheet of special. Well, not really, but we're gonna go for some of these brass balls, and then something, of course, that's messy. Okay. What we have here is some resin pigment powder. Oh man. Oh, I haven't even opened this one yet. Oh yeah. We're off to a smashingly well start here. Yikes. Oh man. Alright, so I am declaring these slugs done. Went ahead and 3D printed a case for them. Even got it so fancy as to flock it. Woo-wee! So that just goes on there. Snaps in place. They don't really move, which is great. And that little round spot right there is where I'm going to put the tag. With at least the video URL and like a QR code of how these were made. I still don't have a name for them. Maybe I'll let Jeff figure that out. But yeah, that's the end of these ones. And I'm about to start work on the next ones.